So out of this report, we came up with some, I think some, again, not rocket science recommendations, but nevertheless, I think things that, because we, you know, the way the world is at the moment, we often don't join things up particularly well and tell our story as well as you guys have done at Advance. So the first thing was to look at the speed of the process. You know, lots of things to look there, but how does the whole thing join up? So, for example, how many interviews does it take, you know, to get into an organisation? I'm responsible for our London business, and last week we had an organisation that took, I think it was 14 or 15 interviews before they actually made an offer, which was just, I'm surprised that the person actually went to 14 or 15. And you just go, I've had enough by now. You know, that's it. I can't say, I've taken half my annual leave, you know, to come and see you. And you're now finally making me an offer. Well, I'll tell you what, you know where it can go. And they didn't accept it, by the way. Brilliant. You'd think they'd do it by then, wouldn't you? The next thing was to invest in the online experience of applicants. So, you know, lots of organisations have an online process. Lots you can do there. But, for example, if your website or portal is not mobile optimised at the moment, then it's not friendly because, again, I'm of a generation who are not brilliantly tech savvy, but Gen Z, everything obviously is happening over the mobile, as I know with my own children, so they're not children anymore. Creating a structured interview process, we've referred to, and again, sorry, it's probably the third time I've mentioned it, but actually do all the, organisations have lots and lots of people doing interviews, and it amazes me often, even in our own organisation, where I say, right, so who's in the process? No. You know, we've not got all the people involved in that in the right places that we should have. So who's doing it? And what's the questions? I think you were talking about, again, having a good set of structured questions in there. Always a bit of room for going off piste, but making sure that you've got a nice structure around that. And then making employee reviews part of the strategy. I think this is really key now because of this thing that if I go onto a Glassdoor at the moment and all I get is negative reviews about your organisation, what am I going to think? What I want to see, is an absolute plethora of positive things about an organisation if I'm looking for a job. And then if there's the odd rogue one in there, well, that can happen to the best of organisations. You don't want it, of course you don't, but the overwhelming weight of information that I find should be very positive. So I go, I want to come and work for your organisation. And then the last thing was test your journey. Again, it amazes me how disjointed lots of recruitment processes are, and it's a bit like the ops end is the searching bit, the front end of the process can be very sort of dynamic because all the ops people are going to want the great people, and then somehow maybe the HR processes at the other end can be a bit slow moving and a bit rigid. And I don't mean to have a go at HR there, but I just think it's about everybody joining up and making sure there's a really great process.